Certainly very disappointed in the result. I want to give a ton of credit to Coach Jones in North Dakota. They came out and played with great energy. Were terrific off the bounce and on the attack with their pace. But we've got to find a way, like I told the team, not to be better. I've seen us plenty good enough, capable to win that game and every game we play going forward. We just got to find a way to be more consistent. And as the leader, that's my job.
Up and down, Dave. I mean, any thoughts on how you can be more consistent?
No, it's something that we got to keep working on. You know, we have, I think, some answers of a couple guys growing through some things, adding some experience doing that. But those are answers that might be better answered down the road. We got to find some here and now things that, you know, when our shots aren't falling, are we going to sit down and get stops, or are we going to have the poise to reverse the ball a couple times? You look at the stats. I mean, we just crush them on the glass. We almost double them up on the free throw line. But the field goal percentages are right there. But the big discrepancy, you know, in the four categories that really matter to me, to us, are the turnovers. And we got 8 assists and 17 turnovers.
Paul, the visiting teams won 5 times in a row now, I think, in this series. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I mean, it's just a rivalry game, you know. Both teams are excited to play, you know, and I think for us, I mean, any game you go into, it doesn't really matter where you're playing. You're trying to bring that energy, so I think it's just coincidence, to be honest.
Kept almost getting there. You were almost there. It felt like so many times, and you felt it in the building. The excitement would rise. And what were they able to do? What from you out on the court? What did it feel like? Where was it kind of stopping?
I mean, it felt like they just kept doing their thing. You know, we'd go on a run when we'd play better defense, and they would miss some shots, and then every time it felt like we were getting it close, they were hitting a tough shot. You know, and credit to them, but I think the big thing was that it just took too long for us to really start making our move. So we got to start bring that attacking energy from the beginning.
AJ, your thoughts on the home court? I know you've been around a while. Tough to lose at home.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts a lot. You know, I think we got them at home. They came back and wanted it more than we did tonight, and it was one of those things that, you know, they made some really tough shots, but it started off with, you know, me personally defensively to start the game. I let Jones hit 2 threes to start the game, and they just got comfortable. So we just, you know, we got to start the game better.
Kind of same thing as Paul. You just kind of felt like you could never catch up, never get back.
Yeah, you know, we got within, I think, 6, within, you know, 5 a couple times, and they made a tough shot, or we gave up an offensive rebound, or, you know, it was one of those things where, you know, we just couldn't get it done. We waited too long.
Dave talks about the inconsistencies. I mean, what do you, as a senior leader on this team, how do you take that? How do you internalize that to turn things around here, even inside the game?
Yeah, I mean, I got to do a lot better job of leading the guys and, you know, being more positive. And, you know, I'm one of the first guys to hop on someone for doing something bad, but, you know, I'm not always necessarily the best at being positive, and it's something I got to work on, something that, you know, these guys need, and, you know, I'll get better at, and hopefully we'll get better throughout the year.
Turn this. I mean, you've got to get right back into Summit League play here. What do you say moving forward? You got a big one this weekend as well with Fort Wayne.
You know, I mean, it's honestly, the recipe is pretty easy. We just got to keep progressing, and you know, that's getting better Thursday. That's getting better Friday. That's getting better Saturday. That's the easy answer, and that's the truth. The beauty of this thing is this game was non-conference. Even the next 12 or whatever league games we've got, 10 that we've got left, it's all has to be a process to get to where we need to be in March. This is extremely frustrating. It's very disappointing. This game means a lot to a lot of people, and this was our platform to, you know, like we talk about servant leadership, to exude that. But at the very end of the day, this is a game, and it's one game, but we need to figure out ways to learn from this game and get better throughout the next, you know, 45 days when mid-major basketball, the beauty of it is, or the tough part of it is, it comes down to 3 or 4 days, and we need to keep getting better, keep being more consistent to position ourselves for that time.
It sound like a very dumb question here, but I mean the turnovers have to be extremely frustrating. You look at them today and the mass, flip-flop of, or the lopsidedness of it, but you even look back to USC and you were the first one to sit down here and say there were some turnovers, we handed over some things. It's kind of consistently been something we've talked about in here. So again, I hate to ask a dumb question, but how frustrating is that continuing to be?
Well, it's frustrating, and I have a lot of excuses for you about why we're turning it over, but at the end of the day, those are excuses, and we need to understand the process. We need to understand the poise we need to play with. When we reverse the ball and we make 5, 6 plus passes in a possession, we're very efficient. As you can see tonight, when we don't do those things, we're very inefficient, and it cost us the game tonight.